A planet where life might have started not once, but multiple times. A world that faced cosmic catastrophes, apocalyptic winters, and relentless solar radiation. Yet, despite the odds, traces of its story may still be hidden beneath its surface, waiting to be discovered. Mars, a barren, red wasteland today, but millions of years ago, it may have been teeming with life. But here's the real question. Could that life still exist? Buckle up, because we're diving into one of the most extraordinary stories of survival in our solar system. This is the tale of Mars, the planet that refused to die. 1. The birth of a brave new world. About 4.5 billion years ago, Mars was a planet of promise. As molten rock cooled, a solid crust formed, trapping early oceans and clouds of steam in its atmosphere. Imagine rain pouring down on the rugged volcanic terrain, forming rivers, lakes, and shallow seas. Beneath the waves, in warm, mineral-rich pools, the building blocks of life could have been stirring. Early Mars wasn't just similar to Earth. It might have been the first cradle of life in our solar system. Tiny, single-celled organisms, perhaps resembling Earth's early bacteria, could have thrived. These weren't your sci-fi green aliens. They were simpler, tougher, and perhaps the first life forms anywhere in the universe. 2. A cosmic catastrophe, the Great Collision. But Mars had little time to bask in its glory. A catastrophe unlike any other was hurtling its way. About 4 billion years ago, a massive asteroid, possibly the size of Pluto, slammed into the planet. The impact was so violent that it carved out the Borealis Basin, a crater 6,500 miles wide and 5 miles deep. To put that into perspective, it's large enough to fit the entire United States, with room to spare. The collision melted Mars' crust, vaporized its atmosphere, and boiled its oceans. For millions of years, the planet was an uninhabitable inferno. If life had begun before the impact, it was obliterated. But here's the twist. This wasn't the end of the story. 3. The second generation of life. Mars, ever the resilient survivor, began to cool again. Volcanic activity replenished parts of its atmosphere, while subterranean water sources made their way to the surface. Could life have returned? In 2004, NASA's Opportunity rover found something extraordinary. Blueberries. Not the kind you'd eat, but tiny, spherical rocks made of iron oxide. These formations are proof that liquid water once flowed across Mars' surface. On Earth, similar rocks are found in places where water once coursed through sandy terrain. It's tantalizing evidence. Where there was water, there could have been life. Perhaps a second generation of Martian organisms emerged, evolving to withstand the planet's harsh conditions. 4. The ice apocalypse. But Mars wasn't done with disasters. Its small size meant it cooled much faster than Earth. Around 3.9 billion years ago, the planet began tilting wildly on its axis. This chaotic wobble plunged Mars into an ice age. Temperatures plummeted to minus 87 degrees Celsius. The polar ice caps expanded, covering vast swaths of the planet. If life still clung on, it would have been forced to retreat underground, seeking warmth and water hidden beneath layers of permafrost. 5. The vanishing atmosphere. Then came the final blow. Mars' core, once molten and active, began to cool. Without the churning liquid metal, the planet's magnetic field faded, and without that magnetic shield, solar winds stripped away Mars' atmosphere molecule by molecule. Without air pressure to hold it down, liquid water evaporated into space. Oceans disappeared, rivers dried up, and Mars became the barren desert we see today. But here's the thing. Life is incredibly stubborn. Microorganisms on Earth have been found thriving in boiling volcanic vents, deep under ice sheets, and even inside nuclear reactors. If Martian life survived, it would have retreated into the planet's underground reservoirs, far from the radiation and freezing temperatures above. 6. The hunt for hidden life. So, could there still be life on Mars? Scientists believe the answer lies below the surface. NASA's Perseverance rover is already scouring ancient riverbeds for signs of microbial fossils. But some experts argue that the real search needs to go deeper, into the planet's subsurface, where liquid water might still flow. Lava tubes, formed by ancient volcanic activity, could be the perfect hiding spots. These underground tunnels are shielded from radiation and may still hold heat and moisture, ideal conditions for life. 7. Did life start on Mars and come to Earth? Here's where things get even more mind-blowing. Some scientists believe life on Earth might have started on Mars. The theory: when the massive Borealis impact occurred, chunks of Mars were ejected into space. Some of those fragments eventually landed on Earth, carrying with them microscopic Martian organisms. If true, it means we might be Martians. Think about that for a second. 8. The ethical dilemma. As humanity prepares to send astronauts to Mars, a new challenge emerges. What if we discover life there? How do we ensure we don't destroy it? Every astronaut carries trillions of microbes on and inside their body. Could these Earth-based organisms contaminate Martian ecosystems? NASA is already working on strict protocols to prevent cross-contamination, but as history has shown, human exploration often comes with unintended consequences. 9. What's next for Mars? Mars has survived cataclysms that would have wiped out life on Earth. It has endured impacts, ice ages, and the slow death of its atmosphere. Yet, it remains a world of endless intrigue. The question is no longer if Mars once had life. The question is, does it still? And if it does, what can it teach us about resilience, adaptation, and our own origins? Mars may be a barren wasteland today, but its story is far from over. It's a reminder that life, against all odds, finds a way. So, as we continue to explore the red planet, we're not just looking for answers about Mars. We're searching for answers about ourselves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the universe. And let us know in the comments, do you think we'll find life on Mars, or is it already among us?